Hello, everyone, and welcome to another MyMusic. Yes, we're back. Seems like I'm not doing quite as many of these days, but I will try and endeavour to do a few more before the Christmas holidays set upon us. If you're watching this back in February or any other time of the year, Christmas has already happened. And which Christmas depends on which year you look at this as well. That's the weird thing about making material that then ends up on the internet. It just sits around and lingers there for, well, forever, really. Who knows? I'm going to be speaking to Jill from Talking Violet just after this, which has got some Violet in it.
Keep on, don't stop. Keep on, don't stop. Keep on, don't stop.
Now, Jill, what I need to know is, did you dance when the cat was dancing?
I was grooving along, absolutely.
Yeah,
I love that.
it's great. It's great at any time of the day. What time of day is it with you, Jill? Whereabouts are you?
So I'm in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. So
Oh,
7:57 a.m. for me.
you star for getting up at this time in the morning.
I don't mind at all. I'm a little bit of an early bird, so I thought it was perfect. Why not? Why not start the day off with this? I think it's a great way to start the day.
Fantastic. And Jill, it looks like you're in a home studio there as well.
So this is my partner and bandmate and I's recording studio here in Windsor. It's not where we live, but it is gives like a homey vibe for sure. So yeah, this is like where we do all of our demos, and we actually have like been pretty much living here the last couple of weeks, finishing a bunch of new songs. So yeah, this is like our second home for sure.
Cool. Okay, so for those of you who have never met Jill before, this is Jill. These are the people. They listen, and Jill is part of a duet, Talking Violet. How do you describe it? Do you describe it as a duet, or do you describe it as?
No, I would say I would call us just like a full out band. Like at this point,
Right.
we did start as a duet like years ago, and Jaden and I were the founding members. But now we have like our other bandmates and stuff, so we're more of a full fledged.
So you're calling yourself a whole band now?
Oh yeah.
They're integrated into this.
Oh yes, absolutely. Like our drummer Jeremy has been with us since 2019.
Okay.
So yeah, we've,
It gets so complicated these days, though, because some people like call themselves a band, some people call themselves a project. Then some people are like, well, we're a three piece, but then we have somebody who's a member of the touring brigade of this, but they're not actually a member of the band. It's so like, well, hang on.
I know. There's so much to it. And I think that probably has a lot to do with, I think that it's like challenging for a lot of people to be like involved in a busy project, because I don't know, I think it's a little bit intimidating, and it's a huge responsibility. So I think that having that, like, I can be a touring member, but I don't be a full-fledged band member, is like comforting to some people.
I presume it's contractual as well.
Yes,
to some extent. Yeah.
Sure.
The business. So years ago, people were in a band, right? Because it was like a family first.
Yes.
Right. You got together with your mates, and you actually, you didn't even know how to play music, and then you learned how to play music. And then you went off and did it. Yeah. So many great bands started like that, where like, there was probably one member of the band that was really musical, and then the other members just went, "Can I get in the van and come with you on Friday?" And then it's like, I'll give playing the bass a go.
Yeah, absolutely. And definitely have been there for sure, because typically speaking, like, you want the people that you love to come on the road with you, so that definitely influences who you want to be in your band for sure.
Cool. Right, so let's give everybody that's in the band now a shout out. So take us through the lineup.
Yeah, absolutely. So right now it is just like our kind of like foundational trio. So myself, my name's Jill Goyeau. My partner plays guitar. I also play guitar. Um, his name's Jaden Turnbull, and then we have our drummer, Jeremy Brusso.
There
Yeah,
you go. Beautiful little triad.
yes, that's our little fam.
Punchy. And how would you, for people that haven't listened to you before, how would you describe your music? And then I'll give it a go as well.
For sure.
Yeah.
I would honestly like I would just describe it as like a dream pop shoegaze, alternative rock. I think that there's definitely been a renaissance of shoegaze in the last few years. So when we were first playing music, it was always kind of awkward to say that we were a shoegaze band because like we were just in an era where like so many people didn't know what that meant. So I kind of got exhausted explaining it. So I would just be like, it's a rock band, like, but now there's such a renaissance for this kind of music that like I'm just comfortable with calling it what it is on the nose. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, listen, because I'm old, I was there first time round with like
Yeah.
Slow Dive and Spiritualized and all of those bands. I mean, who was doing it for you in terms of inspiration over in the States?
That's tough because like I feel like when it comes to shoegaze stuff, like we refer to those bands too. Like our biggest inspiration, like especially when we started playing these sounds, was Slowdive. Like I actually like remember the first time that we heard Allison by Slowdive, and like it was life changing actually because we heard it and we were just like, this is it. Like this is the sound.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that was defining for sure. Not totally shoegazy, but yes, in a sense. When it comes to like US bands, I would say like Smashing Pumpkins have been a huge influence. Just that kind of like
Well, it's there's a band that's quite hard to define in some ways as well. I
yes,
mean,
exactly.
right? I mean, there's a kind of punk like element to them that sort of like melted into things like the Pixies and stuff like that as
Yeah,
well. But then when you look at things like Melancholy as an album, they're the massive orchestral pieces or whatever, which
wild. It's wild.
yeah, you know.
So I wonder how they've like described themselves coming up because like when they had their resurgence, I remember I remember Billy Corgan being like, "This tour is gonna be super shoegaze," and like when we heard that, we were like, we thought that was hilarious, and like also we're like, "Oh my god, I love that he's like claimed that." Um, but I wonder like when they were like first starting as a band, how they identified.
I feel like if you listen to some of their latter stuff, that there's more prog elements in there than
Yeah,
shoegaze in
yeah,
a way.
for sure, totally.
It's like a much more expansive sound. Maybe that's where he's getting like the shoegazy kind of thing from.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you like live on stage, etc.? Because back in the day with shoegaze, one of the one of the elements of shoegaze was pretty much that they looked like they couldn't be bothered.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, but but like audiences are a bit more, requiring of people to be involved these days. So how do you handle that?
Yeah, absolutely. So I would say that is something that has been different about us. We definitely are, a band that has been called like a live band over the years because we bring a lot of energy and visuals to our show where we can. Um, like our acronym is TV for Talking Violet, right? So sometimes we've brought like cube TVs that have like visuals on it. And I'm pretty like glued to the mic just because I obviously am singing. But my bandmates are like extremely energetic and very lively and fun to watch. So I like to think that we bring heightened energy to that. classic.
Cool. So it's shoegaze, but you're not actually staring at your shoes, which is what originally some people did for the entirety of the.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I'd say some of your music isn't shoegaze.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah. I'd say some of it's definitely got you know, a different energy to it, right?
Yes, absolutely. I think like it's almost, you know, it's ongoingly hard to define the sound, and I'm sure like a lot of artists feel like that. That's why sometimes like I just kind of cast a wide net and just am like it's indie, it's alternative.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's just like an ongoing like exploration. Like I think that we tend to gravitate towards sounds that are more like luscious, but we don't have like the traditional shoegaze scape where the vocals are like buried anymore. You know, like we try to bring kind of like a hi-fi element to the lo-fi of what people picture shoegaze as.
Yeah. Okay, you mentioned Lush there, which is of course another English band that may well have been an influence on you. Were a female fronted band, obviously, as well. Were you quite influenced by Lush?
I would say more so like over the last few years I've been more exposed to their music. Like coming into the genre, like I feel like I was like pretty in the intro to shoegaze bands like My Bloody Valentine, Slowdive, like I said, Smashing Pumpkins, which is, you know, a little bit of everything. I really love the Cocteau Twins. I think that
Who doesn't?
yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Right.
for sure. They're great. And
What was the first Cocteau Twins you got into? What can you remember? What the first Cocteau Twins album was that you listened to?
it would have been the Las Vegas.
Heaven or Las Vegas?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really want that on vinyl. I think that would be such a treat.
It's a beautiful album. Beautiful album.
It's
Yeah.
stunning. Like I think it's really interesting that like I think that a lot of the dreaminess and everything like that is simply from the vocals. Like the vocals are just like the most atmospheric part about it. It's pretty remarkable.
Yeah. Have you ever heard her version of Song for the Siren at all? No? Oh, you've got to listen to that. And actually, coming up to Christmas, the Cocteau Twins one year, for the next album, the one after that, they released a set of Christmas songs. Did you know that?
I need that immediately.
Yeah.
I need to get my hands on that. That's awesome.
Liz singing Frosty the Snowman is honestly, it's just it's a different world.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'll be looking that up as soon as we're done.
You can go and look that up yourself as well, folks out there. If you've never listened to that, go and listen to this EP that the Cocteau Twins put out with the last album that they produced together, which was and this EP with Frosty the Snowman. I'm trying to remember now what one of the other Christmas songs was on there, but certainly it's genius. The whole thing's genius. It's one of my favorite kind of Christmas things to have. You know, it kind of like transcends like the normal Christmas fare. Have you ever done a Christmas song?
I haven't recorded a Christmas song.
Okay, but you've written one.
I've never really written one. I've performed Christmas songs like for like little like kind of like solo sets and those sort of things. Okay,
well, let's play with this. So if you were to write a Christmas song, what would a Talking Violet Christmas song sound like? What would that what would be the elements of that for you? How would you look at Christmas? Because it's there's the obvious route to go by, like talking about Santa and reindeer and presents and all of that, but I don't know about you, but I love Christmas songs that reach a deeper place because they talk about right.
Yeah, absolutely. there has been like even like I'm a big fan of like Everyone in Boy Genius, and like
Oh,
Phoebe Bridgers had written some really like emotionally driven Christmas songs that I really enjoy. I think if I were to write a Christmas song, it definitely would be like rooted in kind of like the melancholy of nostalgia, and how I think that I think everyone is always like chasing that like childlike wonder of Christmas,
yeah.
or at least like those who grew up like celebrating Christmas or privileged to have good Christmases and those sort of things, which is a huge aspect of it. But yeah, I think I would really like, I would definitely be in the tunnel of nostalgia. I would also love to include like jingle bells, but make them like run them through like effect pedals. Like, I think that would be awesome. Like, run some like reindeer bells or Christmas bells through the pedal board. I think that would be cool to hear. Um, I also think like maybe like reworking like a really like nice traditional Christmas song to take it into whatever like direction, kind of like
Yeah,
flip it on its head would be fun too.
I agree. I feel like if you capture that essence of Christmas but take it into a different place, that would be really good. I'm going to give you another album to go look up here.
Okay.
All right, which is in 2011. The Razorlight drummer Andy Burrows, who's done quite a lot of orchestrating as well, and Tom Smith, who's the vocalist with the Editors, they released a Christmas album called Funny Looking Angels.
Oh,
Yeah. And
I will
it's
look that up for
and
sure.
it's got some beautiful songs on it. But there's a song about like the day that the Thames froze over, and it's really quite
Oh, cool.
it's really quite melancholy. And
Yeah. I love
yeah,
the title too.
but it feels like winter and it feels like Christmas, but it's kind of almost like you almost imagine like in songs like that, you almost imagine like this would be what like Christmas might look like for the eyes of someone on the streets, homeless,
Mhm.
in London.
Mhm.
I know it's powerful stuff, really powerful stuff.
For sure.
I feel like more modern artists ought to do Christmas stuff, but like not Christmas stuff. Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
for sure.
Yeah. Kind of leave us with some legacy of like alternative ways of looking at Christmas. And then, actually, if you think about some of the great Christmas songs, like Lennon's Christmas song or whatever, it's not really Christmassy, is it? I mean, it's quite challenging, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say like that kind of connects with my point of like I feel very privileged that I have, these fond memories of Christmas and I have something positive to look back at. But the reality is, like, that is not true for a huge percentage of people. It's a very hard and emotional time for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Um, I think that it's kind of like because it's supposed to be like here when it comes to happiness, it is like really intimidating to go through if that is not like how you're feeling or if you have any other memories tied to it. And yeah, like it's a huge privilege that I think a lot of us have that.
Challenging question,
Yeah.
especially if you're not good at short-term memory stuff. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Like me, I right. I'm being honest with you here now. I could never remember any of my lyrics, right? So this would have been dreadful for me, right? But I'm going to ask you because I'm like that. What's your favorite lyric that you've ever written?
That I've ever written. I would say some of it is on stuff that hasn't come out yet, which is
Ooh.
nice. I'm excited for some new tracks to come out in the new year. Um, I really, I really connect with the song "Destroy" that just came out. Um, I think that was a time where I felt like I could be like really, really honest. Um, I think earlier in my songwriting career, I thought more about what people are thinking when they listen to it. and less about what I had to say or what I felt like I should say. Whereas I feel like in Destroy, um, I felt like I could be honest. So those are
Mm.
some of my favorite lyrics, I would say, like across it. And some of it is just so simple. It's not like it's like poetic or profound or anything like that. It's just the fact that I felt like I could be fully honest and just be like, I can't believe that this happened in a nutshell, you know?
Yeah.
So that's been one of my favorites. And then um, another favorite of mine would be our song Menagerie Queen, which is about my late Nana. And I
Oh,
was really happy that I basically like built a story around some of our adventures. And like, of course, it's emotional, in its own way, but it's also really fun and adventurous. So I was glad that I could kind of encapsulate that story on each side of the spectrum.
it's lovely. When you write a song like that, how do your family react to it? Because you're creating a snapshot in a way it's almost like
Yeah.
almost like a time capsule of somebody's life and whatever that's never going to go, right? Because that song's going to be, especially now, it's going to be on unless all of the wires come out, which could happen. But the song will still remain. But you know what I mean.
For sure.
How do they react to that when you produce something like that?
So yeah, that's an interesting question because on our latest record, I like had kind of like antidotes from all of my grandparents in it, like some like audio clips and stuff like that. So yeah, like I believe that my family enjoyed it, and I think that like the biggest thing would be it would be really emotional for them as well. So it's not like something that I'm like having them listen to and like kind of on the edge of my seat for their reaction because like I know that's going to be emotionally impactful. So I just kind of like I just kind of let them have their own relationship with it. And I don't like pry too much because like, if I think of it in the reverse, like if my brothers had like written something about our grandmother, like I would find it emotional to listen to and I would find it really like um I don't know, it would just be wild to imagine it from their perspective. So I just definitely kind of give it space.
You're going to get together for Christmas as a family?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Who's the cheat? When you play those Christmas games,
Oh
right,
yeah.
at Christmas, who you can tell us now, who's the cheat? Who's the one that cheats?
Mm, that's tough.
Yeah, of course it
One
is.
that cheats. I'd maybe say one of my brothers. I don't
Mm.
know. We're all pretty fair, honestly. We're all pretty
Oh,
fair.
you're all pretty fair.
Um
Okay. Who's the most competitive then?
uh I would probably say my youngest brother, Jacob, would be
Really?
the most competitive. Yes. If not
Yeah.
my dad. My dad would be really
All right.
too.
Cool. So do they lock horns occasionally and like, I'm gonna beat you? Yeah.
For sure the competition can be stiff.
Wow.
Yeah,
Excellent.
absolutely. Yeah.
That's brilliant. What's your biggest ambition going forward?
My biggest ambition going forward would be, playing shows internationally.
Mm.
That's been like a highlight of our career would be, the times that we've had the privilege to travel. I love traveling in general. So when I get to do that with the band, it's just the best ever. Um,
Favorite place to go to that you've been so far?
mm,
Of
Favorite
course.
place that we've been so far, I would say, would be LA. Kind of,
All right.
kind of.
You meant to say the southwest of England.
I haven't been there yet.
You got to do it.
Yeah, so that is our next like big goal because basically we've just played in Canada and in the States,
Yep.
but 2026 we're hoping to jump the pond and get over there. I think that actually would be a really good match for us.
Cool. Now, so who's around at the moment musically that you would love to, if they were like doing something over here in the UK, that you would like to like jump on, maybe with a support slot?
Yeah.
Yeah, who would that be?
My current favorites would be Soft Cult, who's also from our province in Ontario. I really like She's Green. I really like Indigo D'Souza, although like we're not super genre like adjacent. Like I really like her. Julian Baker is like the reason I play guitar, so
Right. Okay.
any of those options. Like in terms of like maybe like more like heavier.
Did you like her last album, by the way, with Taurus? Did you like that? It's a great
Yeah, I
album.
didn't mind it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just entertained by her, and I'm happy for her and whatever she explores. Like,
But the Boy Genius stuff is great, right?
yeah, it's great, and I really enjoy them all separately. So when, like, I've been a fan of all of them since before Boy Genius started. So when Boy Genius started, it was like my world became complete. Like I was like, this is my dream supergroup. Like, this is awesome.
Yeah. It's a great supergroup. What I like about it as a supergroup, it's very rare. Like supergroups, when they like, you know, the birth of big supergroups in like the 70s and whatever, it almost seemed like these people were getting together from a commercial point of view, right? And quite often they didn't even like each other, but this lot just seemed to love each other, literally love each other. I mean, you know, they're an absolute sisterhood, and it just comes out in the music, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Like one of my favorite songs of all time, I think, is True Blue, which is by them. Because I think that they really encapsulate female friendship in that, and how I think that like those are the most important relationships that you could have, and they define your experience so much. So yeah, I love that. I love that song.
Brilliant. Well, listen, we wish you all the best with, you know, the international tour. We're hopefully going to, you know, help make it happen. And if you do come to the UK, don't forget the Southwest, because everybody does. Everybody goes to London.
Okay, fair.
Or up north. But the Southwest of England, I mean, admittedly, we've got less people, right? But we have got, you know, some of the nicest bits of the country, and we do have some great gig venues. We've got Bristol. Bristol's a great place to play.
I love that. My brother lives in Ireland, actually.
Does he?
He does, yeah. So
Oh,
I'll be out there in the West. Don't worry.
you'll be over the island, you will.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Has he picked up the Irish accent?
He's definitely picked up the slang for sure.
Has he? That's great.
Yeah, that he says he's been there for a few years now, so he's definitely got the lingo going, and I think probably a little bit of the accent, honestly.
Oh, cool. Maybe you can do like a little video in an Irish pub somewhere.
I would love that.
Wouldn't that be great? I mean, you'd probably find like everybody else in the pub joining in.
I was gonna say, yeah, I heard all the best things, so
it's a definite thing. It's a definite thing. One last question, Jill, and thank you so much for joining us today to talk to us. This is Jill from Talking Violet, by the way. If you haven't listened to their music yet, then come on. We'll make sure the links go in and around this when it goes out, so that people can pick up. And if you're listening to this on Spotify, I say this every time, but just remember your thumb only needs to go from there to there, and there it is. You're now playing.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, because you can do that on a podcast on Spotify. You can embed the music underneath it, and then they just literally have to press the button, and then boom, there they are.
Gosh, that's genius,
isn't it? It's just a beautiful thing. But yeah, one last question. How can, if people are listening, how can people help you now?
Well, I would say if you listen to the music and you genuinely like it or connect with it in any way, I think that like one of the simplest and biggest things that you can do in 2025 to help indie bands would be sending it to someone else that you know, commenting on it, subscribing, following us, any of those things, because like even any kind of interaction will help us like find maybe someone else who we could genuinely connect with as well. So any kind of engagement, honestly, like goes a long way, and it seems so like surface level to say, but it's so true. And I love when people comment on our stuff, and I love talking to people and connecting with people in the comments. Like I think it's so sweet, and it makes our days. Like, you know, it kind of makes us feel like, you know, someone is out there listening to it, right? So it means a lot.
Not only that, folks. I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't know how this will work because they're in America, and you might be listening in America, in which case it's probably okay. But if you're listening in another part of the world, you may have to work this out in terms of shipping. But they have got some cool merch as
Yeah,
well.
we
So
do we do international shipping. So
oh, you do. There you go. Brilliant. Right. So if you'd like to get yourself an everything at once T-shirt, you know, a splatter disc, a water bottle, a lanyard, a postcard, a little. Is that a pin badge that you do?
that's just like a little postcard that comes in some of our bundles. So we'll usually write you like a little note.
Lovely.
And,
Yeah. So, you know, if you want any of that stuff, just head over to Talking Violet on the Instagram, click on the little link tree and whatever, and it will take you there to the merch and whatever, you know, and get all of the merch, because merch is great.
Yes.
Merch is
That's
great.
another huge and incredible way to support. And we honestly have sent merch everywhere on earth. So it's not a problem. Wherever we need to get the shipment to, we'll get it there.
Do it, folks. It's the way to go. Talking of merch, look, I've got another person's merch on today. I better give them a little shout. This is Kelsey, who was on a couple of weeks ago. There you are. This is one of her nice T-shirts. So there we go. Anyone that comes on, folks, do go and buy their stuff, because do you know what I mean? It's like, I'll say it until I'm blue in the teeth, right? The sounds that come out of the little black box that you've got in the corner of your room, right? That is not made by Pixies. Well, it might be the Pixies if it's them. It's not made by little elves, like banging away or whatever in there. Real people make it. It takes years to make. It costs them thousands of pounds, and you're not paying much at all for every song that you listen to. Points of a penny is what you're paying, and that doesn't make anybody much money at all. I think someone quoted it the other average day. The average band these days, or the average musician, is making about $12 a month from Spot. That's the average from Spotify.
Yeah, that's even that.
That's high, right?
Yeah.
You know, that's if you're doing well. So, like, you know, whilst you may see like various people making billions of pounds from the music industry, they're the ones that have signed lots of deals, lots of merch deals, lots of you know, performance deals and everything else, and they're getting a lot of money. But the majority of working musicians out there, that's who quoted that. It was Shirley from Garbage. You've no Garbage. Yeah. Brilliant. And she was saying that Garbage, who've been a massive band over the years, but they can't afford to tour North America anymore. That's it. That's the last time they're doing it, right? Because it's just become unsustainable. Ridiculous.
It's totally disproportionate. And
yeah. So go and buy a T-shirt. You now. Well done.
That would be awesome. I'll send you a personal letter to say thank you.
Jill will.
I will.
Thank you, Jill. Thanks so much for coming on.
Absolutely.
Thank you for sharing a little bit of your story. There's so much more to discover. Please go and check out the music of Talking Violet now. And we will be back sometime soon with more My Music. But until then, from Jill and myself, thanks for listening. Have a good